I'm gonna try again anyway. Just try a different run. Or a new run, I mean. I thought that cycle was fine, but maybe if I jumped at a different angle. It scares you? Yeah. Yeah, so if that had happened and I'd had more health, I was in a position where I could have grappled behind me and not, like, died, but I would have lost, like, 10 seconds or something. But yeah, since I died. Because if you get hit like that, you don't have, it takes all your forward momentum away, basically. So you can't make the grapple point that you're aiming for, which is why YOLO gun forward or top route gun forward is so dangerous. But because he hit me like right after I jumped, I could have saved it if I'd had any health. Literally crying when he couldn't beat Shiranagi. Aw. Yeah, gun forward is scary. Like, if you just do bottom route, like, there's like one place where you can get shot. If you don't know that you can get shot there. Bottom route is mostly fine once you understand how it works. It's just 5 seconds slower. And 5 seconds is 5 seconds. Why you scary casually? Yeah, the difference is that casually you just like... At least my experience with Gunfort casually, though, was that, like... Lull, I got shot, I'm gonna just try again. And then eventually I got through and I was like, oh, sick. But maybe I was just... Maybe that's just a speedrunning experience partially where I'm, like, plenty comfortable dying. I don't really care about dying casually anymore. The ape fight in Gunfort. Yeah, like I said, not Gunfort for me. Ape I definitely see, though. Ape is, like... Because depending on how much attack power you have when you get to Ape, like, Ape is a long fight, casually. And that makes it really scary. But that's what makes Double Ape so perfect, like, on first playthrough, though, as well. I don't know, Ape is so fucking funny, though. Like... The fake out in his initial fight. Oh, the snake. Yeah, I had watched enough pre-release stuff that I understood basically how the snakes were gonna work. And again, like, yeah, it's something that can insta-kill you, but, like, I was just well over the fear of death at that point in these games. So I literally just was like, I'm just gonna try stuff until I get through. I don't really care if I die. But yeah, Ape is like... Ape because you actually have to do something difficult to beat him. That was scarier to me. And then yeah, it's so perfect after they fake you out with that, and then you like come around that corner on the way to Monk. And he just like turns and looks at you and you're like, no, 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 no. Not again. Shit is so funny. Fuck off. Well, yeah, and because it's like, well, and I mean, the thing about the ape fake out as well is that, like, even if you are numb to the shock deaths, like, that's the thing, like, ape fake out has implications beyond just, like, oh no, I'm dead. Ape fake out is like, oh, there's a whole other phase I have to learn now. And regardless of what happens here, I'm gonna have to fight it again, and I'm gonna have to do phase 1 again, and I thought I wasn't gonna have to do phase 1 again, like... So that's my thing, as opposed to Gunfort and Snake, where like it's pretty much what it appears to be. It's the same as like dying to traps in the other Souls games, and it's just like, oh, well, now I know that's there. Chill. But I mean, I wouldn't have felt that way either, like when I was newer to these games. Even when I first played DS3. Yeah, every hit boss after, yeah. It's like, I can't trust anything anymore. He had one death blow marker and it didn't matter. Yeah, and then the double. Classic. But yeah, I really don't think it was until I had been speedrunning for a while where I got that numb to like random deaths where it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. I mean, it's the same way that boss runbacks used to bother me a lot more. Yeah, that was a good skip. Making this bad run, like, okay. But yeah, it's the same reason, like, I used to hate runbacks a lot, or be, like, afraid to have to do runbacks and stuff. But then, like... Then you do speed runs, and you, like, lose an entire run, like... Yeah, that is true. But even, like, replaying the old ones, it's just like, whatever. Because, like, when you've lost, like, an hour of your time, like, in a speedrun that was really good, and it's gonna take you way more than that to get back there on good pace, like... Even the bad runbacks where it's like, oh, I've got to run back, like, a minute, 2 minutes, even in the old games, like, maybe 3 minutes, like... It just puts things into perspective. I don't know, I would say that's the main thing that speedrunning's taught me in general, is everything is just like a matter of time to me. And most stuff that you would have to do casually, even the most difficult stuff, it's not going to take you the kind of time that getting a decent speedrun is going to. I mean, it's something I'm very grateful to have learned. But it takes personal experience to get that perspective, I guess. I mean, I feel the same way when people talk about the casual difficulty of these games. It's like I'm not going to be one of those people who's like a total asshole about it. When people are like, this game is hard, and I'm like, actually, this game is easy. I'm not going to say that, but like... I mean, these games are more demanding than most, right? But at the end of the day, they are video games that are meant to be beaten, and most of them in like 20-ish hours. Casually. More if you're doing all bosses, but like... Putting 20 hours of time into something is just like nothing to me anymore. But that can depend on like life circumstances and stuff too, to be fair. It's the same, like you could tell like when Regal is doing like his, like Regal's been doing +0 Elden Ring with raw broadsword and stuff. And you can just tell when he approaches certain fights that he's just like accustomed to that as well, and it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this until I do it, basically. Hardest single player games there is. Sekiro, I think, has the steepest learning curve of any of them. I think that's what it is. Because, like, this game actually, like, they really, I think, struggled to balance this game. Jeez, Snake Eyes in the Poison Swamp. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea. Snake Eyes is annoying, but, like... Yeah, that's probably part of it. But also just, like, the speed of the gameplay... Like, the pace at which you have to make decisions is really, really fast in this. And so it's a very strange thing. It was a strange thing, like, playing this game at the same time as everyone else when it was new. Even among, like, the speedrunning crowd, like... Because at first everyone, including, like, a lot of runners, like, of other Souls games, were like, this is the hardest thing they've ever made, like, easily. And I remember even, like, not to call him out, but, like, because he ended up running the game eventually anyway, but, like, I remember Roman being like, no, this is too hard. This is so hard, it's not even fun. And Roman had been, like, a long time, not just casual player, but, like, Bloodborne runner, had done, like, no Hunter's Dream, Bloodborne runs and stuff, which means, like, no upgrades for your weapon. Like, really low damage stuff like that. And he's like, no, this is absurd. It's too hard. But then, like, after it had been, like, some weeks... Hey, Wormdog, thanks for the good luck. After it had been some weeks and... Dude. Everyone had beaten it and maybe done, like, a little bit of NG+. Everyone was like, actually, this game is pretty easy compared to all the other ones, and etc. And I mean, they're not, like, exactly wrong in either case, is the thing, because it's like, once you've played enough to understand the movesets of everybody, like, you understand that this game lets you make a lot of mistakes, actually, especially if you're getting beads and stuff, because your block is just a very powerful tool, like, in general. The fact that you can fail a parry and not actually take damage for it is, like... It's, like, a big deal. But the problem is when you're new and you haven't, like, learned all the attacks and you don't recognize the unblockables until they're happening and stuff like that, like... Or know how to tell the difference between the unblockables, like... It doesn't really matter that much that you can fail a lot of parries and still beat the boss. And so it's definitely something I think that From probably struggled with, and that's why it ends up being that way. Because you actually get so much posture with the beat upgrades, it's absurd. Like, you'll just, like, never get posture broken. You can, like, hard block, like, everything except the perilous attacks and not even care. And you get so much health and so much healing and stuff. But yeah, that stuff only matters once you've, like, come to grips with the combat system. So yeah, this game, a lot of the times for people, like, when you're learning it, it feels like the hardest. And then once you've learned it, it's like, oh, it's pretty easy, actually. Played all the Souls games, roll parry. Yeah, for me, the thing I think that helped me get through it was that I watched a ton of pre-release stuff. So for me, I didn't try to play it like Souls, like, at any point, really. Insane menuing, dude. I knew going in what I was supposed to be doing, basically. And it was still, like, a hard game for me on first playthrough. But I didn't have that whole thing where I was trying to, like, chip away at the boss's health slowly or something, or get a raw hit in here and there, and then otherwise playing conservatively. Well, I mean, I could tell you, it's like... It's because, like again, it's just like that parrying is a really powerful tool. Like, even when, like, compared... Like, I had a much easier time with Dark Souls 3 casually. But there are a lot of situations in the speedrun, in fights, where the fights were much scarier. Even, like, with health. Whereas in this game, I'm like in this game, I'm like one hit away from death, like most of the run, because like I don't upgrade health at all, right? But it's like you barely even feel it in this game. Well, it's like it's just because like when you think about like dodging is a powerful thing in the Souls games too, right? But it requires stamina, and you also have to position. Like, to actually not get hit, you have to not just time it, but position. And I'm pretty sure in this game, the parry frames you get on parry are... I'm pretty sure you get more parry frames than you do iframes in this game. Like, more parry frames in this game than iframes on a roll, normally. Yeah, and most of the time, if you mess it up, you just, like, get a slower stagger animation. Which is, like, really bad in the speedrun, because, like, it impacts your ability to parry the follow-up hits and stuff like that. It throws off the whole cycle. But, like, casually, it's whatever. And it has, like, less end lag on it, too, compared to a roll. Like, you're not getting, like, counter hit at the end of your roll animation or things like that. No, I think it's good. I do. I like the combat system in this game. Again, I'm not, like, criticizing. I'm just, like... It's a very powerful tool, like, once you're comfortable with it. Which, I mean, I think is fun, honestly. Like... But it is, like, really strong. You just have to really know how to use it. Like... Yeah. It's like, I never fear being low health in this game. Because I'm just so comfortable with the parry, basically. Whereas just like kind of the way the combat system works in the Souls games, and because you can run out of stamina and stuff like that, like it's much easier to put yourself accidentally in situations where you're fucked in Souls without having like a ton of health to tank hits. Whereas this game, you just almost never end up in that position if you like know what you're doing. But it takes time to get to that point. Because, yeah, if we had to, like, RTSR in Dark Souls 3, so many of the fights would be scary. Like, absolutely terrifying. And, I mean, obviously it's something you always get used to after a while. That's cool double lightning again. But still, like, doing Gale on RTSR in Dark Souls 3, even with a lot of speedrunning experience, would be fucking insane. I don't remember if I knew that in Duritize, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's just like like normally even in speedruns, like you're gonna tank damage on like Cinder or Gale normally, or even Nameless, like, and in some cases optimally it's better to tank damage, because you get stamina regen out of it. Whereas like rolling, you don't lose health, but you lose stamina instead of gaining it. So like, it's very complicated. Like it adds a lot of complexity to doing fights optimally, but yeah, if you suddenly have to do those fights and you can't tank hits, it's like your whole mentality has to be very different, and it's a lot scarier than doing like base health Yasha anything in this game. Where it's like, well, I can always parry. And even your thrust attacks you can parry. It's just like, it's basically mostly just the sweeps, and then like some bosses have grabs, and grabs are still really scary in this game. But like the sweeps, even though they hit you through block, really aren't that scary, because you can just like the timing on the sweeps, once you learn to recognize them, none of the sweeps have very difficult timing at all. And like the intangibility you get on jump is like insane amount of frames compared to just like even just your parry frames. So it's like just not hard to time. when you do have to jump. It's just, again, like, they're going to throw everything out really fast at you, and when you haven't learned every attack pattern yet, it's like... Peepo flute. Wasn't sure how you felt about him. Yeah, it's like... I don't know if they do that much. It's tough. I think the thing with it is just that, like... It's not like it tells you how to respond to each individual attack anyway, so it's like you still have to learn each of them, for better or worse, but then it's almost like, do they even help that much? Like, like they help you, like it's nice mechanically, I guess, before you've learned them, to know that, like, this is something other than a normal attack, but you could probably figure that out casually, like, without too much trouble. And yeah, like I said, since it doesn't distinguish between what's a sweep, a grab, or a thrust, it's like you're probably still gonna have to eat shit to that attack a few times before you learn its wind up well enough to even know what it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of agreeing with you, I guess. Yeah, is that like do they help? Do they actually even help enough to justify their presence? I guess is what I'm saying. Because, yeah, it's, like, kind of an immersion-breaking thing, depending on how much you care about that. But, like, yeah, the reward you're getting out of it isn't actually that big, if you think about it. Because you still have to learn the attacks. So, yeah, it's not like they make the game too easy or anything, but then it's like, why have them? Necessarily. Okay. Slow. Because, yeah, no, I've had that exact same thought process in my head, too, because I think about this game all the time. Even though it's been out for... I've been playing it in its current state for years, I always think about the way that it's balanced and stuff. There are also... I've also thought about it because there are some niche situations where an enemy will do an unblockable and you won't get the kanji warning. Yeah, I'm sure that they did. Also, FromSoft, like, famously, with their design philosophy, they don't really care about realism that much. They care a lot more about mechanics than realism. From things that they've said and their game design choices. And I think the kanji makes it feel more fair. And in some ways, making the game feel fair in those moments is, like, just as important as having it actually be more fair, you know? Because, like, yeah, like, they're gonna, like, the first playthrough, somebody's gonna see the kanji, they're gonna be like, oh, it's an unblockable. Which unblockable is it? And then they're gonna eat shit. But at least they're not gonna be like, oh, why didn't my block work, you know? You're gonna be like, oh, it was an unblockable and I didn't know which one, so I died. Like, they understand why they died, at least. Weird that every new game with Japan settings and ninja is automatically compared to Sekiro. I won't say that I'm that annoyed by it, though. Like, it's kind of a meme in our community anyway, and has been forever, about everything being called Dark Souls. Just because it's hard or whatever, but, like... I kind of like that I run a game that's that, like, culturally relevant. Especially in the case of Sekiro, where a lot of even, like, the Souls people, like, don't talk about it that much, I feel. Or, like, there were a lot of people who are really into the series but don't think about this one, or they, like, or they played it once and then forgot about it, or they bounced off of it and then didn't revisit. Yeah, at least for my, like, for my speedrun bubble, Tamarin. And I mean, you can ask, like, BSD and Mario and Deathchain and stuff, like, people who really did not, like, watch or care about Sekiro, except that they knew me and I started streaming it. And then there's also the fact that this didn't get a DLC, you know, it like there's some ways sometimes where running this game feels kind of sad, or like loving this game feels kind of sad, because there's some ways it feels like it was kind of forgotten. Hey, Scale. AC6 was the black sheep. I mean, yeah, no, I mean, they definitely have it worse. I definitely think the poor Armored Core fans have it worse, definitely. 2, 3, 4. But yeah, so given that context of this game specifically, I'm actually kind of happy that this is a game that, despite a lot of people like not having played it or not having finished it or only played it once, it's still like a game that's in everyone's brain for one reason or another. So to me, that makes it a cool like main speed game, because everyone knows what this is. People have divisive opinions about it within our community. A lot of people didn't play it or finish it, but like everyone knows what it is. And that's good enough for me. And if anything, sometimes it's kind of cool to me when I remember the first time Mario on stream, who had like not really even thought about Sekiro since it came out, and like Mario did play it and finished it, and then just, according to him, like did not think about it for like years. But when I first came back to streaming this year, and I was in Mario's stream like randomly, and Mario's like, yeah, I would not have watched Sekiro before, but I watched Spacey play it, and I'm like, I actually think Sekiro is pretty cool as a speed game. And I'm like, that's cool. I'm happy about that. I don't know. Just bringing communities together is like one of my favorite things. Just in general. It's like the same thing that I think it's funny that there's all these people from Regal's chat now who know who Tippy is. Like, completely unrelated games and stuff, but now they all know who each other are. And like Clovis coming to Regal's stream, and like BSD hanging out in Tippy's and all that random stuff. I don't know. Just like people coming together, I guess. I think that's sick. And so that's what I mean when I'm like proud to have a lot of friends and viewers who watch me like every time I go live, who never really cared about this game. But they're like, no, I can get into watching you do it. I'm like, okay. Makes me very happy. Okay, if we die at Gunfort again, I'm just ending stream. But we're back, and this is a better run, and it's valid, so... Sometimes, when you die at Gunfort, it's a blessing in disguise. Gaming. Hey, goofball. I know you've been here. Stare. Summer stare, I guess. Should be fine. Yeah. Thank you, Tamarin. I will actually do my best this time. Ramen skill. Happy Pride, everybody. Oops. Like I said, I want to make more yakisoba after stream. I don't have any vegetables or chicken to put in it this time, but I'm just gonna eat some noodles. July 1st emote? No, I haven't. Or wait, no, I have. I have actually, yeah. I do know that one. Okay, this is decent pace though. I'm always happy when I can get good paces even when I'm like exhausted. Yeah, I usually if it's Asian noodles, like some kind of soy teriyaki or anything like that, or ramen, yeah, I will eat with chopsticks. We have a bunch of metal chopsticks. But I mean, like chopsticks are easier to clean too than forks. So, I don't know. It's not like purely an aesthetic thing. I won't like eat like actual spaghetti with chopsticks though. Would feel a little weird. One of those big ramen spoons. I mean, I'll just drink the broth from the bowl if I want to. Spaghetti with chopsticks? Yeah, I agree. It's too weeb. Not the ideal opener. Okay, that's not bad though. Probably too slippery anyhow, yeah. Gyoza with chopsticks? Yeah. I agree. Yeah, and again, with like our metal ones, it's like it's easier to clean the metal chopsticks anyway. I've never made gyoza at home before. We do get them with our sushi a lot though. We were gonna get some today, but I forgot it was Monday. Our local sushi place is closed. Use your hands for sushi. Nice. Get a little of that flavor of the day on there. Dorohedoro is the best gyoza-based manga. I will take your word for it. Enduritize. That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I feel like hands are even easier to clean than chopsticks, so... Upgrade in my book. I'm proud of you, Skell. So if this goes well and then we get Monk Skip first try, we could potentially be on 105 pace actually today. Which is insane for how I've been playing. It's fine. It's slow, but... Yeah, just a little father-son time. Happy almost Father's Day, everybody. Okay, we're even. Is it the 16th, I think? No. Maybe it's not. I think my friend's birthday is the 16th, actually. That's what I'm thinking of. But it's like soon. I guess I will just aim farther left for monk skip and see what happens. Because yeah, a good monk skip and we're 105 pace, technically. Which is the dream. If we miss it once and get it the second time, we'll still be on PB pace, though. Which is good. Cool. I just aimed Giga far left. Because I wasn't, like, super botching it. I was just, like, not quite getting it, so... I mean, we still have to get Chi-Chi after this, but... to really continue the run, but... After how terribly this went last run. Happy about that. Okay. That's the word for giraffe, right? Goofball mentioned. No, I know. It's just a joke about the long-arm centipede giraffe thing. I do actually know that one. At least if you post it in Romanji. It looks like a giraffe. Perfect. Genius. Okay. Basically 105 pace. Let's say. All academic. Unless we get this, though. Hell yeah, okay. Give me good health bar, give me good health bar. Okay, that's good enough. Fuck yes. Alright. Well, I did not expect to get anything on pace today, so here we are. Definitely gonna play that conservative. Probably could have got a 5th hit in, but taking a first death here is really, really fucking slow. Yeah, it is really nice. And they won't let you use it underwater, but it looks really cool underwater if you use it and then go underwater. I think we'll save a little bit here. I don't think my setup was super slow. Saving a decent bit, actually. So my gold is first try YOLO. That's why we didn't save, like, we're never going to save all 10 with a setup, but obviously consistency is way better with a setup. Fuck. Idiot. Yeah, we're 105 pace for real, though. Holy fuck. Let's see what we can do from here. It's fine. Those 2 extra hits are unnecessary if you land everything correctly in phase 1. But it's not like a big deal. You could still at least continue the cycle. We're gonna lose some time here. Still 105. Let's go. Same thing, I'm not going for the 5th here, because you lose so much fucking time if you take your first death on one of these guys, and it's very easy to, like, full die a second time. But optimally, if you time your dashes right, you should be able to get 5 on that opener. Okay. Worried I jumped a little late there, but I doubt. Of course he did that. I missed a hit, but he did the one attack that forced me to parry him because I missed a hit, but it's my fault for missing a hit. It's fine. Okay. On Dragon, we could lose time to Dragon just on cycle, which sucks, but as long as I don't fuck up and get us killed, it's fine. Noni? Jana. Okay. Let's badoo this thing. Tier 3. Thank you, goofball. Dick. It's fine. Come on. That's fine. I'm a little annoyed at that. It's not a big deal. Alright, what we get, what we get, what we get, what we get. First branch sweep would be incredible. Triple. Bad branch, but not the worst. It's really annoying. Don't sweep. Don't sweep me. Okay. Okay, at least the second lightning was close. That was a tough-ish pattern, but not the worst. Alright, good night, BSD. Appreciate you being here, as always. Yeah, not the fastest pattern, but I played it okay. Yeah, we'll take an intentional death here. I don't think we lost time on the auto-scroller, which is good. Maybe we'll lose like a few seconds. But very ahead in late game. This is probably my best pace ever at this point. I forgot the balls, no! Yeah, we're losing less time than I thought we would even. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Dragon, you can just lose time to cycle. Bottom one. Okay. Keyboard for this. Okay. Make sure we have firecrackers out. Gotchin is correct. That was a good fight. Yeah. May not be a drill. Damn it. I hate that. It's shitty time loss, but a little greedy on that jump. That's like 4 seconds, I think. You want to do a late jump there, but it's an easy late jump because there's no invis wall there. You just have to not jump too late, basically. But you can get a faster grapple if you get enough distance on it. So that's why I went too far. Trying for the faster grapple. We have not exhausted all of our time save yet, though, so... Okay. Yeah. Poor Juzu dying 4 times in a single run as well. Yeah. I hate Juzu. He's kind of a fun fight by himself, honestly, but yeah, never get to fight him by himself. AFK opener, fine. She did the reset. I don't know why she does the reset sometimes, but I didn't fuck it up, so. And this is really hard. But I've done alright at backing this up lately. Cool. Yeah, exactly. And his moveset is one of the most complicated of any mini-boss. And they lock him behind ads every fight. So you, like, never get to learn him. But once you do learn him, he's fun. We're mostly sticking pretty close. We got big time save on Ishin, potentially. I did the old way, just to make sure I didn't get stuck or die anywhere. Alrighty. Just barely far enough right. That would be an embarrassing place to die. But I wanted this time save. Okay. There's a kill box here. I'm not gonna try for the... Just gonna do that. It's fine. Okay, at least he gave me a thrust there, but... Not great. Pattern, it's fine. I hate this pattern. It's not slow, but it makes this phase sketchy. No double jump back, please, and no AFK. Okay. That's fine. Now just don't AFK. Okay, we're good. Okay. Yeah, that pattern's not necessarily slower, depending, but like whenever he's near this trench, he like can do weird things. But he did not do any of the weird things. Yeah. Early phases weren't good, unfortunately, but... We've got decent wiggle room on Orin. Fushigiri. That's not good. Whatever. Yeah, I like her design a lot, but it was really bad. She didn't jump back in phase 1. I don't think 105 is happening this run, but we can still PB. Yeah, I'm just gonna double. We have to Tonto. It's a little slower, but it's not a big deal otherwise. As he does, yeah. It's a little far, yeah. I was like, there's no way I'm getting instant drop from that range. Door skip is the scariest thing left, honestly. He tried to do, yeah, I was gonna say, he tried to do quick slam before, so he shouldn't do it there. Fucking hell, dude. Almost didn't target switch fast enough. Door skip. Door skip with nerves. Fuck yes. Okay. Dodging the fuck away from that. If you dodge, like, you don't want to dodge too far away like that if you don't have to, because, as you saw, it takes longer for his emblems to get to you, but not fucking around right now. Ugh. Still Lone Shadow 3. That'll equalize on the quit out. Okay, this fight can go wrong really easily. Oh, shit. Fuck me. That was my fault. Holy shit. Lose time, we're alive. You're supposed to attack towards him, so you get the faster death blow animation, otherwise sketchy shit happens. Holy fuck. Should be fine. Okay, yeah. Cool. Good pattern. Stupid. No fast opener, that's fine. Okay. It's been so long.